Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Now today I just wanted to play with makeup that I already own, just kind of like another shop my stash style video. And for today's look I wanted to do pretty packaging for pretty makeup, where I just go through my collection and pull out products that not only are they pretty on the inside, but they also have a very pretty outside. And I have just put together this cute little basket filled with just pretty makeup that I know gives such a very pretty everyday soft natural makeup look, which that's definitely the type of makeup style that I personally prefer. I do love to wear color here and there sometimes, but I do love a really beautiful natural look, and I feel like all of these products definitely will give you that type of makeup. So if you want to see how these pretty products do, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, I got you zoomed in a little bit because we're going to start with the eyeshadow. But the first thing is I did use this Rare Beauty. This is the Brow Harmony Pencil in Gel. Now, this has pretty packaging, but I know she has discontinued this one and has now released new brow products. I know that now the pencil and the gel are separate, but this is what I had right now, and I just thought that it has pretty packaging. And next up, this is the Urban Decay Naked 3 eyeshadow palette. I love the rose gold packaging of this palette. I just think it's so pretty. While I know it might be like a more boring color scheme, I just think these tones are stunning. This is the type of palette that I would reach for on the daily, so I wanted to do a really pretty soft look with this palette today. And by the way, I'm filming this on Friday. You'll be seeing this video on Monday. I did order the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, so I will be reviewing that when it comes in. I cannot wait. I knew I had to have that palette. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm first going to go in with the shade Strange on a blending brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to run that like just all over my lid and my crease and up to my brow bone, just to kind of make sure my eyeshadow primer is set. This shade is more like a satin, I think, but I still like to use this shade first every time I go in with this eyeshadow palette. And on that same brush, I'm going in with the shade Limit. I'm just going to start running that through my crease. This shade would make a really pretty one and done type of shade too. On that same brush, I'm going in with the shade Nooner, and I'm going to lightly stamp that on this outer portion of my lid. Just pressing that down first, and then I'll blend it. And then I'm going in with the shade Dust on a concealer brush from e.l.f. And I will be spraying my brush as well with setting spray. And take that and go on this inner portion of my lid. This is such a pretty shade and pretty palette. That's just what I think of when I see all of this makeup that I'm using today. I just think pretty. And you can totally stop right there with the eyeshadow look, but I'm going one step further. This is the Give Beauty Icy and Sparkle Multi-Dimensional Eye Pigment, and this one is in the shade Twinkle. I mean, look how stunning this packaging is. So I wanted to place that over the top of this shimmer shade, just to add even more sparkle. It's for, if you haven't used one of these, it's basically like a loose pigment if you've never used one. But they're so sparkly and so pretty. I picked up a teeny amount on my brush and sprayed my brush, and I'm going to place that over the top of this shade. And I just picked up a small amount of that, and you can see just how beautiful and shimmery and glittery these are. I want the other two shades for sure, because I love sparkly eyeshadow. And there you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. Now, I don't have a mascara that fits this aesthetic. It would have been the Rare Beauty one if I still had that one, but I completely used up that tube and I haven't repurchased it yet because I have so many mascaras I have to go through. So I'm just going to skip over that part, but the false eyelashes I'm going in with are from Ioni. These are the 3D Faux Mink lashes in Natural Light Wispy, and I mean, just the stunning, beautiful packaging. And the lashes themselves are just as amazing. Okay, got those on and got you zoomed out a little bit. I'll come back in and do the lower lash line after I do the rest of my face. So I'm going in with primer, and this is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I just have this little mini here, but I just think the packaging on this is so pretty. I don't have much left in the product and I'm trying to use it up. This is in my everyday makeup drawer right now. Just has this pretty pearl-like finish and I just love this primer. I like the pore filling one too. Or pore, I think it's called the pore diffusing. I like that one as well. I have a mini of that one, but I just pulled this one. I just felt like this one just fit the aesthetic even more than that one did, kind of like the color of the actual product. And while I'm sitting here and letting that sink in, I completely forgot to prep my lips earlier, and this is the Alpenbeauty Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask. And I mean, of course, they have stunning packaging, and this lip mask is my favorite. I love it so much. It's worth every penny in my opinion. If you're looking to splurge on a lip treatment, this is a nice one. Okay, and then for under my eyes, I'm going in with the Smashbox and Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this one is in the Fair Light. I also thought this packaging was super pretty, and as you can see, I use it all the time. I've hit pretty big pan in there. Because of my nails, I have to use a little eyeshadow brush to get in there. This is my favorite corrector. I want to try the new one from e.l.f. that they put out that's like in their putty formula. I do want to try that one, but until then, I love this one so much. This is my favorite one. And one thing I love about this one is that the tone of it is perfect, that I could really wear this on its own if I want to. And I have done that on occasion, wear this one by itself, especially if I'm not really wearing much foundation on that day. Because you can see it just brightens everything up. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This one is in the shade Fair. I mean, everyone, I believe, loves this one. And that pretty packaging with that pink cap, I just love it. I love pink so much. So any product that has pink on it like this, I want it. Just kind of put some around like that. And then, of course, also I'm going in with my Rare Beauty. This is her Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. I'm going to spray my sponge with that. And I just start blending and just start blending this out. The Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I love wearing it like on no makeup days, kind of like just to, it evens out my complexion, but it doesn't like offer that much coverage. There is like a little bit, but not too much. But I mean, I love that. I don't really like heavy foundations. I'm not a full coverage girl at all. And then I'm just going to take the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. This one is in the shade Light. There again, just really pretty packaging. I just love these soft, neutral colors for packaging like this. Don't really need to add this, but I just really like this product. I haven't used it in a while because I've been trying to reach for the concealers and the brighteners that are in my everyday makeup drawer. But I do really enjoy this one. Now, I do have to pair this up with a corrector because it does really nothing for coverage for me. I do have some darkness under my eyes, so I like to pair it up with my Smashbox corrector. Okay, and for bronzer, I'm going in with the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This one is in the shade Power Boost. Just looks like that. Of course, I'm sure everyone has seen these for sure. These are super popular and for good reason. I like to just paint it onto the bottom of my sponge and then go in and press it into my skin. I don't know, I just prefer applying bronzers this way, like just with the bottom of my sponge. Swiping, I mean, you can totally do it that way, it works, but I just prefer doing it this way. I just find that it's easier to blend out. And that's not for this cream bronzer in particular, that's for any of them. I just find that I like this method the best. And one thing I love about this bronzer is I feel like there's really no risk of over applying it because it blends out so easily. Like this side, I think I put on a little too much at first, but it blends out really nicely. I'm going to bring some right here on this part of my cheek, just this outer portion. I normally don't bring bronzer here. I like to keep this for mostly my blush, but I am going to bring a little bit. And then for blush and highlighter, I'm going to mix these two together. For the highlighter, I have the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in the shade Enchant. And for the blush, this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in the shade Bliss. I just have a little mini of this one, but I definitely will be ordering a full size of this shade. This shade has just become my absolute favorite. There you can see the two tones right there. I think I might be getting low on that blush. I think I might need to take the stopper out because not much is coming out on the little wand. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go back in because this is mostly just the highlighter. So I'm going to have to go back in, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and put this down first. This is the e.l.f. 105 brush, but they have discontinued this brush very sadly, and I hate that because this is perfect for cream blush, cream highlighter, liquid blush, liquid highlighter. This is a perfect brush, and I wish they had never discontinued it. I want them to bring it back, please and thank you. Yeah, this is just the highlighter. The blush is getting pretty, I guess pretty low because not a lot is coming out on the little applicator. So I'm going to try applying it directly to my skin. There you go. You can see more of the color there. It's very light. And I think that's what I love about this one is there's really not a risk of over applying this shade on me like there are with some of her other blushes because this one is so fair. It's just easy. And that's what I love. Like it's just easy to apply. I don't feel like I have to panic blend. You can see it's just so soft and subtle and I love it. I definitely want the full size because this was a mini that came out in one of her holiday sets. And I do love the minis. I think that she should offer the minis all the time, but this is one shade where I definitely want the full size because I've been using this one nonstop. I've been mixing it with so many blushes and I just really love it. You can see it's just so effortless. And this is one of her matte blushes too. So if you are more into a matte liquid blush, then you might really enjoy this shade if you have fair skin like I do. And then for setting powder, I'm just going to be using the Rare Beauty one, and this one is in the shade Light. I'm just going to take this little powder puff I have that's very stained. It's clean, but it's very stained. And I'm going to press that just in my T-zone. I don't really want powder on the rest of my face. I just want to keep it in this area. This is a really lovely setting powder too. I find that it's not drying or makes your skin look really dry because I know some powders can definitely make you look like that. I find that sometimes when I do this I have to go back in with my blush because I might accidentally take some of it away, especially with a shade this light. So I am going back in with just a little bit of this blush. Not much. Just kind of bring it back in this area right here where some of the powder might have taken some of the color away. And I wore these products yesterday, except for the eyeshadow. I had on a different eyeshadow palette and everything just wore really beautifully on my skin. I didn't have any issues with any fading or anything like that. So I may have just found my new favorite go-to everyday makeup with these products in this video. The blush might be a little too warm for this eye look, but I love a warm blush. I love a little peachiness in my blush like that. I just think it's just so pretty. Okay, I've kind of blotted away that lip treatment and I'm going in. This is the Rare Beauty Kind Words Matte Lip Liner in Creative, the matching lipstick in Creative, and then the gloss I'm going over the top is the Lights Lacquer Jelly Bomb lip lacquer in the shade Das Expensive. Of course, really pretty packaging. I will swatch all of these for you on the back of my hand so you can see the color. Well, I might have to do it a little lower because I still have some of that highlighter on the back of my hand. And there you can see them right there. Just really beautiful. I love this color, and then this gloss on top is just so stunning. You can see that's just a pretty, soft, perfect nude for every day. Just such a pretty lip combo. And it matches this blush just beautifully. Okay, and for the lower lash line, I'm just going to mix the shade Limit and Nooner on that blending brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to run those two on my lower lash line just pretty lightly. I don't want too much on my lower lash line today to keep it kind of soft. So just what I picked up on the brush I can use on both eyes. And then I'm just going back in with the shade Strange and putting that in my inner corner just to kind of brighten that up a little bit. And here are the eyes all done. And there you have this completed look using these pretty makeup products with their pretty packaging. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, I hope that you will please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. It truly means the absolute world to me when you do. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!